This is all Hitches, the Nova Football Podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Fairfax Football Academy, the best QB training and development in Northern Virginia. Follow on Instagram at Fairfax Football Academy. Tell them Dash and Dan sent you. This show is sponsored by Natural Red Catering, traditional caterer located in Springfield that deliver to all of Northern Virginia. They do slow smoked barbecue, lots of other cuisine. Mesa loves the brisket. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. All right, they do high school banquets, homecoming, prom, pregame, postgame, you name it, all seasons. They do it. And as a little bonus, and you're going to find out how good it is. Some of the players are going to find out how good it is later on. They will be providing smoked turkey leg at the playoff game pre-Thanksgiving. So these are the guys to go to for any catering, Natural Red Catering.
Nova's #1 football podcast. Coach Mesa, happy Sunday to you, sir.
Happy Sunday. It's fall out there. Again, kind of cool. My grass looks great. My grass looks great right now.
Fall's great grass growing season.
Yeah. It looks nice, green and lush. It looks best all the summer. I've got to put in sprinklers. Is what I have to do. I've started watering my lawn in the summer.
Fall. I'll tell you what. Fall in Northern Virginia. Fall weather is more spring than spring.
Yeah,
if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does. Apparently, this is a grass growing season.
Yeah.
I went to the big sports collector show this week.
The autograph show.
The CSA. Luckily for me, I did not spend a ridiculous amount of money. In fact, I didn't spend very much money at all over there. But yeah, it was fun walking around. I saw a lot of cool stuff. Saw a lot of cool things. You know what's big at these shows that I guess because I haven't been to a lot of sports shows in a really long time. Wrestling memorabilia.
Yeah.
Lots of wrestling memorabilia. Lots
anything
of
cool? Anything that I would have liked?
I mean, a lot of just signed stuff. But it seems like that's become part of the milieu, I guess, for lack of a better term, of it.
I'm such a fan of that place. I used to go all the time. I stopped going. I've introduced a lot of people to it over the years. My brothers. I introduced. I shout out to Matt Cross at Robinson. I know he went a couple times. Got Pittsburgh stuff after I showed him about it. Neil Kelso, shout out to him. Mount Vernon. Him and his Buffalo Bill stuff. So I'm talking about the early 2000s. I would always go. Took my kids when they were younger. And they used to be so much more lenient with the meet and greets.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I got a picture of me with Bo Jackson and my son with Bo Jackson.
No way.
And they're like, yeah, come around the desk. We're around the desk, arm around him. Dude, now they'll punch you in the face if you try and do that stuff. And now they charge you for all the extra for all that stuff.
Oh, yeah. And
we met Fred Biletnikoff, Willie
Wow.
Brown. Willie Brown took his ring off. I got a picture of my son with Willie Brown's Super Bowl ring.
No way.
They allowed all this stuff, and then now they make it, they nickel and dime everything.
Yeah, it's pretty pricey. You can buy like replica rings there now, like in the case. There were two things actually. So I told you the one off camera. The one thing that I wanted to get is they had a framed Mike Tyson punch out picture with him at the end with Mike Tyson.
I like that.
The other thing they had was, and I don't know if you have it or not. They had the touchdown Bo Jackson Tecmo Bowl pose. So you know how it's a touchdown. Bo Jack, the screen you'd get after you score a touchdown. Bo Jackson, and they spike the ball. They had that. It's a touchdown Bo Jackson, and then the Tecmo Bowl thing on there with
autographed or not
autographed. Yeah.
Yeah, just give me that non-autographed. You know what I'm saying? I'll frame that, put it up. It's kind of cool.
Yeah,
because a Bo autograph is worth like a few $100.
Yeah. Now the other thing is I noticed when I went is back in the day, when you and I were younger, you go those things and there'd be things there and you'd have to, unless you were in the know, you didn't know how much that really was worth. As soon as people walk in there, they pull out their phones, they go on eBay, and they're like, I can get this on eBay for this much.
Yep.
Are you willing to take this?
Yep.
Like lot more. I mean, before it seemed like negotiating were only people who were had prior knowledge. Now people just look up. I'll get Jerry Rice full-size helmet. They go on eBay, they look at it, they're like, that's like $100 money to get on eBay. Would you be willing to go down to that? So I mean, I think it makes it really interesting for the.
Oh, I think so too. I think the era we live in with being able to price check everything on the spot.
Yeah,
it's allowed people to be very shrewd customers.
Yeah. Lots of Pokemon there too.
Yeah, really. Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of shrewd customers, I'll tell you what, buddy. No shortage of options this week for players of the week. We looked at it and there were some heavy hitters, some return visitors,
Yeah.
and also some new faces.
Yeah.
So let's get into it here. And as always, our players of the week brought to you by Team DDA. They've led the Northern Virginia real estate market for over 36 years. They build relationships. They deliver results. Contact them today to buy or sell a house at teamdda.com. Tell them Dash and Dan sent you. Buddy, I mean, you look at this list of guys, and every time we went to, we are the most authentic, live, in the moment guys who give these awards out. And a lot of people give these kind of player of the year because we can gauge it off of, all right, how many, we're going to games all night, live.
Yeah.
And every time we go to a game, we can be like, hey, that guy was doing something every time we went to a game. Let's start it off in national. Your guy, Elijah Lewis, quarterback, Falls Church.
Yeah, I think he's more deserving this award. He seems to be, has really been kind of putting that team on his back. Kind of similar to what we talked about with the Mount Vernon and Moret. I think Elijah Lewis is kind of the straw that stirs the drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. He's probably on his way to being the all district quarterback. I think him and Joey Lee are gonna be battling that out.
Yeah.
But I think you could argue that he probably puts more of it on his shoulders than Joey Lee. And don't get me wrong, we like Joey Lee. We think he's played really well this year. But to kind of lead Falls Church to, they're right there, right? They're right there on the door. They're knocking the door for that district title right now, aren't they? First time Falls Church in a long time.
You were Mr. Fall. You were Mr. Jaguar, buddy. You were on that. You were on that bandwagon early. People laughed at you. People threw tomatoes at you. And you just said, just keep on going, keep on striving, and you did. And look at you now. Look at you and Coach Coogan and Falls Church and Elijah Lewis. You're all eating celebrity sandwiches, putting your feet up, laughing.
Yeah.
I little off topic, not really, Falls Church related. When's that Mount Vernon game?
It's the last game of the season.
Is it the last game of the season? There's so much on the line.
Last or second to last game of the season.
Okay. So much on the line that game. Can't wait for that one.
Yeah.
As long as they both keep doing their thing.
Yeah.
Right? And I want them to both I want status quo. I want that game for everything on the line. We'll see. You're shaking your head.
My wife acting silly.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to make you laugh.
Yes. Trying to make me laugh.
All right. In Liberty, now she's making me laugh. In Liberty, we met this young man and his father at a 7-on-7. Nice family. And he's been tearing it up all season. He's not gotten the award yet this year. He stood tall. Tyler Flint Steining, WNL quarterback.
Yeah, we saw him at 7-on-7, and he had to step in some big shoes, right? I mean, first year starting for him. WNL, also again, much like Elijah Lewis, right? Knocking that door, trying to get that district title as well. A big game against a really really stout defense in Herndon. And Coach Richards knows WNL quite well, and he just has a pretty game plan devised against them. But he was able to kind of get them over the top.
Yeah, I mean, Josh Richards really believes in that Herndon D, the old Al Davis philosophy, right? The quarterback must go down. He must go down hard. And, I mean, they sent the kitchen sink at Flint Steining, and he kept getting up.
Yeah.
So kudos to him and the WNL team. All right, in Concord, you had a plethora of options on both teams, mind you. So we decided to do a little bit of both here. It was a great game.
And both from the same game.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, unbelievable. Both from the same game. We got two winners here. Could have had 5 winners. Jordan Simpson, Centerville receiver, 7 receptions, 2 touchdowns, a boatload of yards. Matthew Weiler, I'm probably saying the name wrong. Steelers Weiler, as you say. 33 carries. Is that right? 238 yards.
Yeah. What a workhorse, and he's a big kid.
Yes.
He's not a small guy. He's a big guy. So I'll talk about him first. Obviously in the loss. But we had heard, from other coaches that he might be one of the best backs in the area. I mean, just a load to bring down. And I remember we were watching the game over there, and you said you want to do the all-star Chris Berman, the with him, right?
Yes.
I mean, he runs that line of scrimmage, and
He really does.
but we've been watching all year. He is more than deserving of that. He has to take a little more on his shoulders. Last year, he was able to kind of split carries with nicely. This year, him being the focal point of that run game. Yeah, huge win. And the receiver from Centerville, we've been asking who that kid is all year, and now we have his name. And in a giant game for them, he came up big. Part of that greatest show on turf, right? It's a
Greatest show on turf.
greatest show on turf right now with that Centerville offense. Yeah, just dynamic, 2 touchdowns against a Centerville defense that's not easy to score on, right?
Right. Right. You could have said Stover. You could have said Will Shields.
Yeah.
Shout out though. Let's name a third one right now. Let's name a third one right on the fly. We didn't even plan for this. Centerville O-line.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. The young sung heroes of that team, right?
Right.
So many stars they have at the skill positions. No one talks about the fact that someone's got to block, someone's got to open the holes, right? Someone's got to protect shields, and there they are.
Yeah, outstanding. Centerville's so fun to watch. So congrats to them. All right, buddy. We head to Patriot, a repeat winner many times over the years. Our friend Ty Jackson. He had to get 3 passing touchdowns in the first half and 1 rushing touchdown.
Yeah, best quarterback in Northern Virginia, might be the best quarterback in the state.
Right.
I know they have some other guys down in the beach area, that in Richmond that might be able to lay claim to that, but I can't imagine being if they are better, it's
right
minuscule, right? Just so good, right? I mean, arm talent that you can't coach.
Oh no,
Arm talent you can't
absolutely.
coach, and and everyone tries to stop him. Everyone tries to stop him every week, and no team yet has really had devised a plan to be able to slow them down, that offense.
And that's against a West Potomac team that's a really talented team.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So congrats to Ty Jackson, repeat winner. Cardinal. We go out, and I know he won it last year. Maybe he won it in week 1 because they had that big win, 56 points they had. But I talked about him in a while. Troy Hamlin, 131 rushing yards, 153 passing yards. That's a Michael Vick day, huh?
Yeah. Another dual threat guy, right? We talk a lot about Cole Sandberg and because Garfield had kind of had those hiccups early on. I think, he kind of went on the back burner. But we've been big fans of him all year. I know that he had been a winner of it last year. We went to his games quite a few times. I think we watched him break that long touchdown, right?
Yeah.
I think we saw it live and in
We
living
did. We did. He flew down the field.
live and in living color. And he lost quite a few of the skill guys. I mean, he lost the receiver from last year. I know they got the running back Quack.
And they got LJ.
LJ, but so much is put on his shoulders. I'm surprised he hasn't got more offers. I know I talked to him during a few weeks ago. Maybe it might have been in week 1 when I saw him at Garfield. But really good young man. Just dynamic playmaker. Yeah, I mean they're exciting for sure.
That's awesome. Yeah, he's been a stud. And finally, Cedar Run in what could have been maybe the upset of the week. This guy didn't let it happen.
Yeah.
Patriot running back Jameer Brown put the team on his back. 34 because one of those nights, 34 carries, 285 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, Patriot now in the driver's seat because of this young man, right? They're in the driver's seat with 3 games to go. They went out. They win the district for the first time, and who knows? I wonder when last time the Patriot actually won that district. That's a good question. It hasn't been for about 5 years because Battlefield has yet to let it go. There could be a new sheriff in town,
right?
And their names are the Patriot. It's the Patriot High School, right?
It's not Reggie Hammond. We know that. So congrats to him. Congrats to all of our players of the week. Brought to you by Team DDA. All right, buddy. We now go to the highlight of the week. So we're going to go sailing, as we always do with our good friends at Dominion Yachts. Your first mate for local boat sales. Call for a free estimate or to buy or sell a boat today. So we're going to set it up here for you, buddy. We got Jermaine Webster with a huge return. Take it away, Mason.
Yeah, so 19-19 in the third quarter. Oakton looking like they're about to take the lead right here. Jack Martin drops back to pass. Cuts him off right there.
Oh.
And look at him go. Look at him go. Cuts through. I mean, and it looks like they got him.
Yes.
Got him here. No. Two's gonna screen off. That might be Schwartz, I think, right there. A huge return for a touchdown. Swung the momentum completely, right? I mean, I think we talked about it during the broadcast. That is a 14-point swing right there.
14-point swing. 7-yard interception. They got into the 3-yard line. That's insane.
Yeah.
Now, Oakton comes back later on to score to try and tie it. They do. They score the touchdown, but they needed the extra point. They miss it.
Yeah.
And they won by 1.
Yeah.
Right? Wasn't that final score 25-26?
No. I believe Westfield might
There were an additional point put on after that. But essentially, that sealed the game, looking back on it.
Yeah.
That's insane. What a play. Jermaine Webster, what a stud. So congrats to him. Congrats to Westfield on a huge win. We'll get into that in just a few minutes here, which we're going to do right now, buddy. Amazing games on Friday night. Absolutely.
You called it. You were like, this week was your favorite week.
And the numbers back me up on it. You and I were talking about the show, the viewings were up this week. I get it. I mean, and if you look at it all season long, the viewings are up on, and people aren't dumb, right? The audience viewings are up on great nights, and the viewings are down on kind of ho-hum nights. The beauty of it is the rest of the season, it's almost must-see TV.
Yeah. Now, I'm curious. I'm going to put this out now because I know more people listen now than they do towards the end of the show. Would people rather us just continue doing this on throughout the playoffs?
You're talking the Friday night show.
Friday night show, or we go live from certain venues.
Yeah. That's a good. We've been debating it.
Yeah.
And we're talking about going live on probably one of the play-in games.
Yeah.
On the last Friday of the regular season.
Yeah.
And I'll have just gotten in town. I'm going to have a tan. I'll have just gotten in town from Dominican Republic earlier that day. Nothing like, you talked about a hard worker, someone who's out there just freaking man of the people, getting off an airplane and then going to the game on Friday night.
Wait, you call yourself a hard worker by going on vacation? Is that?
Well, I meant getting off the airplane from the vacation and then going to a game. Wow, that doesn't sound like hard work at all. No. Going from a vacation to go put your feet up and watch a game, it's real tough work. That's what I sell to my wife.
You and roofers during the summer, right? You and roofers during the summer.
Right.
Same experience.
Oh man, but yeah, let us know what you guys think about that. And we're starting to kind of look ahead. We brought in Karnak, we brought in some of our Ace Rothstein, we brought in some of the guys, and we're kind of starting to look at some of the games that we think how it might shape up. And we got a couple picked out. We don't want to, mush it by saying it now. But there's a couple games we're looking at that could be key week. 100%. I guess week 11 is what it is technically, right?
Yeah.
Even though most of us say week 10, but week 11. That's November 7th, I think, is what Friday is, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, and you're right. While we're here, right at the beginning of the show, something we never do because we don't have egos. We just grind. We put our head down and we just grind. Subscribe if you're watching this right now. If you're listening, if you're seeing this. Subscribe, share it with friends, family, share it with other parents at the school. You're a fan of the, I noticed that a lot. By the way, the incomparable one, Carl Frederick, who was at the WNL. Shout out to WNL. Shout out to the Arlington communities because he came back and said that there was countless parents. He said it on the broadcast actually on Friday night that are like, oh, we love the show, So contrary to what you said about a month ago. Arlington loves us. Prince William might hate us, but Arlington loves us. All right, well, let's get into some of the games of the week and some of these highlights. We're going to kick it off with what was the game of the week, maybe the game of the year. Centerville, Madison, for maybe they're still trying to figure it all out, but maybe the Concord.
Well, I mean, it definitely is going to be a game that's gonna determine who possibly wins the Concord.
I mean, it's determining who plays Westfield for the Concord.
Yeah. So it's brought to you by NFHS, Madison versus Centerville. Here we are in the first quarter. Here's our guy, right? Here's our guy Wheeler.
Yeah, Steelers Wheeler.
Madison doing what Madison does, man. Look at this.
Look at him.
Boy, he's a load, isn't he?
Natrone means business.
Yeah. Gotta go low on that guy. Low on that guy. Madison takes a 7-0 lead, but Centerville's offense is no joke. Centerville's offense is no joke. Also, while they have Shields, they also have a bunch of dynamic receivers as well. And there is right there, one of our players of the week right there.
There he is, young Mr. Simpson right there.
I mean, again, we can do the Chris Berman whoop, right? Whoop, 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 as he goes through. Tie game 7-7, start of the second quarter. But here is Will Shields, man. Look at that throw.
God, it's like a laser. Star Wars.
Yeah. And you know it's a touchdown because the once it leaves the NFHS camera, you know it's gone.
Yep.
But contrasting styles, here comes the run game. Here he comes again, right? Here. No, but I'm sorry, this is the fullback. This is a fullback coming through.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing though with the running back like that. Like you gotta pay attention. Sometimes those fullbacks just kind of get through there.
Yeah.
But Centerville, whatever you can do, I can do better. I mean, look at this. Big right there. Oh, that was not a big run.
Well, no, that's the Madison defense showing what they can do.
Yeah. Hopefully these.
Oh, here we go. This is the big run.
This is a big run right here.
Our guy Card Stover. I mean, we said he could do it too.
Yeah. I mean, man, they can move, can't they?
Oh man. So I mean, they have weapons everywhere.
Yeah. Another touchdown pass. I remember watching this live.
Well, this kind of sealed the deal here.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. This is one sealed deal. I mean, it's early in the third, and we thought to ourselves, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that Centerville does come back to get within the score.
Right here, there
going right up the gut, right there. But here is actually, I think what ends up sealing the deal right here. I mean, we saw this pass.
Right.
This is actually what sealed the deal right here. Remember, with a minute left, we weren't sure. Now Madison does get the ball back. They end up actually getting close.
They did get close.
They got across.
And it's funny. I said seal the deal because that's what I said live, right? And it's like if I'm saying it live, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, Centerville sealing the deal. All of a sudden, Madison takes the lead again.
Yeah.
And well, I guess and then Centerville comes back. But we said when Madison scored that touchdown that put them up 32-28.
Yeah.
We said, there's a lot of time on that clock for that killer Centerville offense.
Yeah.
That was a fourth down conversion, was it not?
It might have been a fourth. Was it a fourth down
I
conversion?
think it was fourth down.
Let that back up.
That's worth bringing it back up because that was that might have been that was the play of the season.
I mean, well, that may have just the turn right there. I mean,
yeah, I want to say that was a fourth down for Centerville with everything on the line.
It was. It's 4th and 5.
Bring that back up. Can you bring that back up?
Yeah, give me a second here.
That, what a clutch! I mean, you can't talk about that enough.
Yeah.
So 4th and 5. They called it. They had just come off a timeout.
Yeah. Now watch this though.
He's right there.
He's right there.
Oh, you can't get it. Just right above the hand.
I mean, you can't get him. I mean, you're talking about as Al Pacino would say, right? It's a game of inches, boys.
Game of inches.
It's a game of inches, right there. I mean, he's right there in position to make that play. And seeing the last few seasons, Madison probably makes that play, right?
Yes.
Right. Madison probably gets the interception right there. I mean, just a tough way to go. God bless his heart right there. He's right there to make the play. And I mean, but
wow.
it go, and there's no one behind them. Looks like they're maybe in man coverage.
And just the balance, right? He tight ropes this.
I mean, there's a lot of great things to talk about that play, right? So I mean, he's got heat on him. Delivers a ball right there. I mean, and he is open. He is open right there.
He's open, but a lot of high school quarterbacks can't make that throw.
Right. I mean, that's almost from the opposite hash right there.
Yes.
And then right there. I mean, he's right there to make that play.
Oh, wow.
It's a touchdown.
Tight ropes that in.
Now, I know people are down on Madison right now. They've lost.
They shouldn't be. They shouldn't be.
They are a 2-point conversion, and as we see, about 5 inches away from being undefeated in the Concord.
Right.
You and I talked a little bit, yesterday, as we seem to do. We talked a lot for some reason. I don't know. I think I talk to you more than I do my wife sometimes.
It's a lot of talk about in season.
There is a lot of talk.
People don't know, and then we don't talk for 8 months out of the year. People don't realize this.
So they are 5 inches away. We talked a lot about teams like Mount Vernon. Oh, they might be dangerous. The team you don't want to play in the playoffs is Madison.
Yeah.
Because Madison is playoff proven. Madison is, a 2-point conversion and 5 inches away from being undefeated in the Concord right now, right?
Right.
And the old football adage, it's tough to beat a team twice.
Especially with great coaching.
Especially with great coaching with those guys. I mean, if you're Madison, you're thinking to yourself, coaches speak, right? You're like, guys, we're right there. I mean, if a break here goes different. We are undefeated, and when we see those guys again, we'll be able to get them. Now, they were the benefit though last year of Westfield saying the same thing, right? Westfield's like, we're right there. We had those guys beat. We had them beat.
Yep.
And then some ridiculous plays by Dom Nicely. But yeah, anybody who is discounting Madison is a fool.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Absolute fool. But the Region D playoffs, man, there are a lot of really good teams in there who WNL has beaten Westfield. Madison's right there.
Langley, don't count Langley.
Langley's right there.
Yep.
Just it's gonna be an interesting matchup in there. But what a great game. Leading up to next week, which is probably might end up being the game of the year in the Northern region.
We'll sneak peek that one in a little while.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, we'll stay over there in that conference. Let's do it. Another heavy hitter, playoff implications. Westfield, Oakton. Talk about it.
I feel like the Concord in particular, at least for these next few weeks, all their games are gigantic, right?
Yeah.
I mean, between the two. All right. So highlights you again, brought to you by our friends at NFHS. Subscribe, page 25. Westfield, Oakton. My upset of the week right here. I thought, right now we're in the second quarter with Oakton up by 1. Westfield a complete offense. We talk a lot about Centerville being a complete offense. I don't think we give Westfield enough of being a complete offense as well, right? Westfield up 12-7, and this touchdown here looked like they're pulling away a little bit, right? The second quarter, looked like kind of exerting their will. But we are big fans of Coach Slay, and I wouldn't have counted them out at all. And here they have explosive. They have an explosive offense.
I mean, Jack Martin he can let it rip, which he does right here.
Look at that, all the way back across the field, find his guy wide open. I mean,
by the way, Dalen Jones was all over the field, and that wasn't him on the couch, but in general, Dalen, you're going to see him right now. He was all over the field.
And then they move him around a lot, right? They put him in the Wildcat. I mean, here he is at quarterback. They go QB sneak, peels off the pile. I mean, he's a big, strong kid too.
We said it last year. He's the Megatron of Nova.
Now we talked in the game right here that they needed that score really bad. They need their score really bad, and here they are getting ready to take a lead right here. I mean, look at him go. I believe that's Jones as well. That's Dalen Jones as well.
It is. Yeah.
It's a smart move on Coach Slade, right? Moving around very much, and we talked before about Moret. Same thing with Jones, right? You got to move him around, get him going.
Oh, you got a weapon like that, you got to use him.
Now here goes the sequence right now that ended up really changing the pace of the game. So Oakland's going to get down into the red zone right here. Jack Martin really has a nice ball, doesn't he? It's got a nice touch, right? You can tell it's a nice catchable pass.
Good quarterback, really good quarterback.
Now right here is the play of our play of the week, and may have been unfortunately for Oakton, might be the thing that really hurts the season right here.
Yeah.
1919. They battled all the way back, right? They essentially they've scored. They've gotten two unanswered touchdowns, and they're on their way for the third again. And Westfield, but they're back against the wall. You know what's reminiscent of is last year's Madison defense last year, right?
Yes.
Very opportunistic. And right here, I mean, we talked about during the broadcast. This was, for all intents and purposes, a 14-point swing, right?
Jermaine Webster.
Yeah. Huge play. Now, although Oakton was not done, look, 3 minutes left to go in the fourth. They're down by 10. I mean, look at this ball. That right there could have been a play right there, right?
Right. Look at that. Yeah. What a catch.
Nice catch right there. But unfortunately, they never got the ball back. I think actually they did get the ball back, but I think it was like 6 seconds left. Madison.
I mean, we had dark visors and levels. Our friends Brent and Andrew,
Yeah.
and they thought. I mean, they said that you could, if it was boxing, Oakton might have outpointed him had it gone to decision. It did not go to decision. Westfield ended up getting the KO.
Yeah.
But they said Oakton outplayed him. They thought Oakton outplayed him. That one interception was probably the difference, the pick six. And that's how it works, though. That's part of the game. But he said that he thought Oakton was a better team that night. And, I mean, so if that game ends up deciding, we don't know yet, but if that ends up deciding, actually it won't be that game. It would have been the Oakton South Lakes game.
Right.
That happened last week. If that ends up deciding that Oakton is out, man, what a shame. That's a really good and talented, as we saw right there, Oakton team.
Yeah. I do want to say Coach Voss has done a fantastic job getting that Westfield team ready, making sure they don't fold. And then on the other side, that game right there kind of shows you Coach Slay's ability to kind of adjust, right? Moves Daniel Jones running back, quarterback, keeps them. I mean, in the past, Oakton may have just folded right down. Down 2 scores. Looks like Westfield's rolling. They may have folded. And
coming off a loss against
Coming
South
off a loss, kept those guys' heads in it. No one really expected them to be able to compete after coming off a loss to South Lakes last year.
Right.
But hats off to the Oakton staff. But Westfield has their eyes.
I was going to say, right.
Something very larger, right?
Yes, that's the story right now. I mean, Westfield's the story. Honestly, Westfield Centerville collision course is the story.
Yeah.
Right. Vossler versus Shields. This is what everybody is dying to see.
Yeah. We got a lot of time to talk about that.
We do, but it's coming. It's coming, buddy. It's coming. All right. We go. We're gonna get out of Concord, and we're gonna go pull up. We're gonna go drive across the street, and we're gonna drive to Patriot, and we're gonna see a huge battle. This is the opposite of Centerville Madison game, right? It wasn't bombs away. AC Fairfax.
Yeah, a game that I said, look, it's 7:55 and they're already done with the first half.
Right.
I mean, that was wild. I mean, the fact that I was right on that, the fact that game went so quickly, but this was a battle of 2 running teams right here, AC and Fairfax. If you like old school football,
old school, punch you in the mouth, slobber knocker.
There he is, right there, right there is Duarte going right through. AC takes a 7-0 lead.
There he is. There's that young man, Duarte.
Yeah, in the first quarter. But here is Fairfax answering right back now with good old Penn Zach Morris.
Yeah.
Can we call Penn Zach Morris? Can we call his brother Zach Morris last year? I feel like.
No, he's Baker Mayfield Morris.
He's Baker Mayfield Morris. That's it. With the touchdown pass. Underrated Fairfax passing game now, right?
Yes, I agree.
On a 4th and 1 right here. I mean, but this is what they do, right? This AC lives for this kind of short yardage stuff.
They do.
Right here. And against a really stout D line from Fairfax.
Yeah.
Big run on a 4th down. But here comes Fairfax right back with some early passing yards for a 20-yard gain. That's the thing about Fairfax. Both teams now AC doesn't throws maybe twice a game, but for Fairfax you have to you have to do so much against the run that you're going to have opening the backfield. And we saw this live. I mean, look at this power run game right here. So impressive. Kind of gets through. Fairfax is going to take a lead. I believe they hit the 2-point version and 14-7. AC did have their opportunities. They did have their opportunities to get back in this game. The tough thing about when he drops back to pass and you go to cover the pass, I mean, because he's such a dynamic runner. I mean,
he's so dynamic, so fast.
It makes it really, really difficult. I believe Fairfax does hold, though. They do hold it inside the red zone. Now, AC trying to get that little screen game going. There's our guy, I believe it's Duarte again. Good run on a 1st and 10. I'm surprised they don't use the screen more often.
Yeah, you're right.
Play up on them so much.
But Fairfax is such a tough defense with big Anthony Murrah, Davin Tolson. Yeah. I mean, look at Murrah right there. I was calling Murrah he's the goose of Nova. He's Siragusa.
Yeah. Here is, I believe this is on 4th down. They're just throwing it up.
Just got to throw it up. You're going to have a hard time running it on this Fairfax team.
Yeah. Points were at a premium in this game. 14-7 is probably where this game is going to end up because of similar styles, right? I mean,
right.
You're a boxing guy. Styles make fights, right? And these are two body punches, right?
It's the same style.
Same style, right?
Right.
They're not necessarily throwing haymakers, but they're trying to break ribs, right?
Right. They are. Pound you.
It's Julio Cesar Chavez versus Julio Cesar Chavez, right?
That's right. Fun to watch those two running games. It's going to come back. I mean, they'll both probably maybe make the playoffs. Well, we know Fairfax no because of the whatever, but they would have qualified. AC should. I know we got a long way to go, but those are the kind of teams to probably a more diverse extent, Madison, but teams that can ground and pound you come November.
That I was just gonna. I was gonna come to you.
People can have their fancy passing attacks all they want,
but when it's dropping down to the 40s, right, low 40s, high 30s during
a little rain.
Yeah, I mean that type of offense travels, right?
Right,
it travels.
Yep.
If like I said, you get a windy day, a rainy day where it's cold and windy, and you have to rely on a run game.
Yep.
That's the kind of offense you want to be in, right?
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
So that was a fun one. Now we move on. We're going to go out west in what may have been the upset. Well, it was so close to being an upset. Nobody would have seen this coming. Our guy, Mel Morgan, as the interim coach at Osborne, doing his thing, taking on Patriot.
Yeah, I don't think anybody expected this game to be as close as it was.
No way.
With Patriot and Osborne, but for Patriot, there comes a huge win. I'm sure in their minds they think themselves, we just slayed the dragon, took out their streak. Look at that run.
Look at that run. Tough run.
Well, but I mean, did you see it? Did you watch that?
Because he didn't go down.
Right. Everyone's
he never went down.
Yeah.
Rewind that. Bring that back up. Can you bring that back up?
Yeah, it's coming right now.
I mean, that could have been a play of the week too.
It could have been. I preach this all the time.
Right there, he's not down. He's not down.
Yeah, his elbow was down.
Hey, kudos to the referee though, for not noticing that his knee didn't go down. Now, did his wrist or elbow? Maybe, I don't know, but his knee didn't. And a lot of times, people would have blown that dead.
Now, I know coaching wise, I tell kids all the time, don't stop running. If they don't blow the whistle, don't stop running.
Right.
I have coaching games where I went back and I'm like, ooh, his knee was down. But he kept on pumping his legs and ran through, scored a touchdown. They never blew a whistle, and there is no going to New York to look at the replay on that, right?
Right. And mind you, this is against the Patriot defense, and one of the toughest D's in all of Nova.
Yeah. A defense that held a pretty talented Battlefield team down. Now they got a 6-0 lead right here. A little trickeration right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they've got a lot of athletes over there.
They really do.
Yeah. But Osborne is hanging around in this game. Osborne is hanging around this game, and this is the second quarter. A 6-0 lead in the second quarter. I remember us getting reports on this, and we were like, "You gotta be kidding me!" I mean, especially on the tumultuous off season. Now, Patriot had taken a 7-6 lead in the second quarter. God, look, that's a freshman, right? That kid can absolutely sling.
He's dynamic.
Yeah. No, he's pretty good. I mean, that is a rope right there. A 21-14 game right now. Now this is where Patriot starts to pull away a little bit. God, look at that offensive line. They are so big up front.
So big
up front. Huge running lane. Kind of gives them a little breathing room. Right, makes it a 2-score game with about 4:42 left in the second. Right there. But Osborne's not done. Osborne's not done at all. Coach Morgan has guys ready to go. Look at this. I mean, again, with coming into the season after what happened, I mean, a lot of teams when they get in this situation will lie down, and to be able to fight like this against a really talented Patriot team, to keep themselves within one score, I think is huge. Down 2 scores, about 6 minutes left to go in the fourth.
They didn't give up.
They didn't give up. I mean, it's a big play when FHS focuses somewhere else.
Yes.
About 6:39 left, down 2 scores. And right here, they get in the end zone. They get in the end zone right here. Little swing out right there. Unfortunately, it's Region D or Region B. Odds are probably won't make the playoffs this year due to so many teams being out there being playoff eligible. But 6 months ago, a one-score game against a Patriot team that nobody thought that they'd have any shot against. So shout out to those guys, but also shout out to Patriot not falling apart. Right, Patriot didn't fall apart. Was able to keep themselves kind of steady throughout the whole thing. But what a great game that nobody saw coming.
Yeah, no. Now I have some thoughts that I'll save for when we do our top 10 power ranking.
Okay.
Patriot, who I think was 4 on my list, 5 last week, might not be 4 or 5 this week. We'll get into that later on. But they're extremely lucky that they got through that game.
Yeah,
that could have been devastating to their playoff.
Oh, 100%.
Devastating. But they did. At the end of the day, they won the game, and that's all you got to do. No one looks to see how close it was. It's except people who do power rankings.
Yeah.
All right. Well, kudos to them. And Coach Morgan, keep doing your thing, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if he wants it. I don't know how, but I know he's the interim coach right now. And games like that, if that Osborne admin has any kind of sense, they will offer him that job in the offseason.
Similar to the coach at Fairfax, right?
Yes.
The interim coach at Fairfax, right?
Right.
For what he's able to do with that team, considering the circumstances he's put in, I mean, no one would have blamed him if they would have gone 0-10, right?
Right. Taking over before the season starts.
It's wild. Yeah.
So good on him. All right. Moving on. We're going to head back to Concord because now we are really talking playoff elimination, more or less. So we got South Lakes, who's pretty hot right now, versus Chantilly.
Yeah, South Lakes, who last week was able to get their first Concord win against Oakton. Chantilly looking to get off the Concord schneid right here, right?
Yeah.
That South Lakes offense is a little underrated.
It really is.
I mean, I'm curious what we're gonna see here. I mean, look at him. Did a Bo Jackson right there. Ran one way, came back the other way. Like that South Lakes offense against Centerville might be a fun game in a couple weeks, right? Might be exciting. South Lakes up 7-0 in the first. Look at this long touchdown pass.
I said it all year. I like the South Lakes quarterback. I like the South Lakes team.
Yeah. Big touchdown. They take a 2-score lead in the first, and it looks like South Lakes is going to run away with this thing completely. Now Chantilly's able to cut the league in half. A little touchdown run by our guard Mantry.
Yeah.
Ready to go. South Lakes with the pink with all pink.
I like it, man. Looks sharp. A little breast cancer awareness.
Yeah. But that South Lakes offense is just tough to stop.
It really is, man.
And like you said, the quarterback throws a good ball right there.
He does throw a good ball. He's tough. He hangs in there, hangs in the pocket. He gets out of there when he needs to.
Yeah. And South Lakes takes a 21-7 lead. Now in the third quarter, still a 2-score game.
Well, this puts it on ice right here.
But this probably, like I said, put it away at this point, right? 3 scores. The Chantilly really hadn't been able to get anything to go offensively.
Right.
Now my guess is that in fact you said that was a celebration. Thing. But Chantilly didn't go down easy, right? They didn't go down easy with in the fourth quarter makes it a 1-score game.
Well, our guy Mantry. I mean, you got a quarterback. You always got a shot.
Yeah. But here, South Lakes with almost a dagger, right? Big long pass over down, gets him down the field.
Wow.
Kind of flips a field on him with about 3 minutes left to go. South Lakes eventually get it right here. I believe South Lakes gets a field goal, if I'm not mistaken, or gets a touchdown out of this. They get a touchdown right here. But to be able to keep that 1-score lead, right? Because Chantilly came roaring back in that fourth quarter to get within 1 score.
How about taking that shot there, right? 2 minutes to go. A lot of teams are just going to try and run it out.
Yeah.
Chantilly didn't give up either, though.
Chantilly didn't give up with about 16 seconds left to go, and I believe the onside kick was unsuccessful.
Yeah, onside kick time.
Yeah. Lot of score in this game.
Yeah, man. Lived up to the hype. I think you actually said that you last week you thought it'd be a high scoring game.
Yeah, between those two, I like both the offense. Both the quarterbacks are good, but South Lakes continues on there. Got another Concord win, which is huge for their
Huge.
part, right? And they haven't had to play the big boys yet, right? They haven't
Right.
played Westfield,
Right.
Centerville, or Madison yet.
Right. Yeah. South Lakes looking. They started off hot. They kind of had a cooling period. They lost to Herndon.
Yeah.
And now here they are. I think that's 3 wins in a row now. South Lakes, look out.
That's 2. It's 2 wins in a row.
Yeah, you're right. They had the Herndon game.
Yeah.
Look out for South Lakes, though. That's 2 big Concord wins in a row.
Absolutely. Yeah. And they didn't fall apart, right? I mean, you lose a game like
Right.
that to your rival, sometimes the kids start to look down, but South Lakes is not. Coach Hescock has got those guys focused and ready to go.
Which, by the way, I've heard that South Lakes, talking about the program in general, Hescock's doing a great job. I heard that they have a freshman group that might be one of the most talented freshman groups in all of North Virginia.
Oh, okay.
So shout out to the South Lakes freshmen.
Okay.
All right, buddy. We're all over the place today. We're going back out west,
Going back down 66.
back down, and we're going to go all the way. We got what we knew was a good one going into it. Garfield, Forest Park.
Oh, I pulled up the wrong one. I thought you were going to go somewhere else with it.
Oh, I tricked you there.
Yeah, you faked me out there. A very pivotal matchup, right? In the
Huge.
in the Cardinal district.
Because we know there are some good teams that are not making the playoffs in that out there in that region.
And 2 of the players we like a lot, right? With Lewis at Forest Park and our guy Hamlin, right here. Hamlin the punter. How good is it when your quarterback?
I know.
It's so good, right?
Especially when it's your all-region quarterback who's freaking
all region, the offensive player of the year. I mean, at that point, it's kind of line play defense.
Yeah,
right?
you don't even worry about the punt. We're returning a punt.
There's LJ right there with a little fake. I believe that's the kid Quack right there who he fakes it off to. A good Wildcat. A lot of people are starting to start. I mean, this is the second game we've covered where they put their studs at that Wildcat quarterback, right?
Why not? Why not? It's a good move.
Now Forest Park, they don't just run, they can throw as well.
This is not your big brother's Forest Park team, buddy.
Yeah. Big touchdown pass right there.
We saw that one on the show live.
We did see that one live. Again, when it's off camera for NFHS, something good happened, right?
Right.
But here is, one of the more dynamic players in the league right here behind the quarterback. Now
We saw this one live too, Mason. We cut back right into this game as this
we
happened.
did. I mean, watch this. Watch him just take that burst,
95 yards.
blitz those guys right there, and then just runs past everybody.
Nobody's catching him. This is not a slow Forest Park team.
No, not at all. But Garfield really needed this game, right? Because also another Week 11 game.
Yep.
Garfield Woodbridge.
Right. Oh man, another good one.
Yeah. I mean, these games are so good that week we may have to split up. I may have to go one. You have to go to one. Carl may have to go to one.
Or people would just argue, do your regular show.
I believe this is the kind of what puts it away right here. There's good old LJ Richards running through there. Such a load. Right there.
I mean, at that point, they kind of took control, right? I mean,
right. So this right here is about 2:30 left. I believe this was a penalty right here that low hold on there back there. Garfield's really speedy up front. I think sometimes that they're underrated on how quick they are on their defense, especially their defensive line.
The Forest Park didn't go.
They're not overwhelmingly big, but they can definitely move, and they bring guys big.
Throwing the ball all over the place.
It puts them within one score here.
Yeah, it did.
Puts them with one score, but Garfield holds on to get the win.
Man, kudos to them. That's a huge statement win.
Yeah.
Fighting for one of those playoff spots out there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of out there, we're going to stay out west. And a game that, I mean, has been huge every year since Gainesville's existence, right? As a program. Battlefield Gainesville. You could say, Mesa, this is the battle of Jimbos.
Yeah, battle of Jimbos. Gainesville's trying to get over that hump, right? They got to be Patriot. They got to be Battlefield. Yeah. This game was relatively close.
It was.
Yeah. And we know Gainesville's really talented. They're really talented right there. I mean, going down right there, very
look at that.
Very similar to the Madison, right? The Madison catch guys in position.
Yep.
But look at Gainesville right there. with just a huge catch right there. 0-0 score still in the second. Look at that kid go up and get the ball. I don't know what it is, man. But that looks like a young Tony Gonzalez. Right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Young Antonio Gates.
It was 0-0 for a while with these guys, between these two. Gainesville, though, takes a 7-0 lead. I remember we started getting updates. We were like, "Oh man, Gainesville's up." Could Battlefield go from having a 49-game winning streak, 48-game winning streak, to losing back-to-back games?
I'm not gonna lie, this was on my list of upsets of the week. It wasn't my upset of the week, but it was on my list.
Here they are lined up in their double wing right here.
And here comes a yeah.
Look at that. Again, off the NFH's camera, something big's gonna happen. And
that's not something that, again, a Battlefield long touchdown pass, something that people haven't seen a lot of in recent years.
But you got to come up and play the run so much against them, right? I mean, you don't have a whole lot of choice of it. Another touchdown pass right here. Again, they're lined up.
This might be a run, right?
No, this is a pass again.
I think it's a run.
Oh, it's a run. You're right.
Yeah, it's a Blackstock.
Yeah. Big run right here to take. And then the fourth quarter. Take a 14-7.
That was huge.
Yeah.
And this seals the deal here.
Seals the deal, right? Because Gainesville had other than when they took the lead right there.
Right.
Battlefield just kind of wears you down, right? They kind of wear you down, and then take the lead. Playing really good defense, run the ball. Oh, look at the little dive over the top. You like that?
Yep. No, reminiscent of Marcus Allen.
Marcus Allen. Takes a 21-7 lead with 2:54 left to go in the fourth. PAT coming.
You get extra points in these highlights.
Yeah, you do. Look at that was close, wasn't it?
It was close.
That's why we wasn't sure if that was going in. Battlefield pulls out the win to continue to keep their playoff hopes alive.
It's going to be really interesting down the stretch out there. It's going to be really interesting down the stretch to see, Battlefield, Patriot, that win last week is going to determine a lot, I think.
Yeah.
But Patriot and Gainesville haven't played yet.
They have not played yet.
And if this Gainesville, the way they play today, on Friday, if they bring that kind of intensity to Patriot, that could be a ball game.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially if Patriot plays, let's be honest, to the way they played against Osborne Park. Record-wise, Osborne Park had no business almost winning that game.
Yeah.
But they almost did. And Gainesville can steal that game.
Yeah.
So it's wide open out there. It really is wide open. All right, buddy. We're going to come back. Going to stop by Celebrity Deli. Get a delicious Dash and Dan. Maybe a cheesesteak. I'm actually ordering that today for the game.
Are you really?
Yeah, I am actually ordering. You can actually get Celebrity Deli delivered.
Look at that.
Delivered. It actually is probably on its way right now. Falls Church, Coach Coogan got his guys primed and ready in a huge national showdown against Edison.
Yeah, they've got two really big matchups coming up. They got Hayfield next week, and then they have Falls Church the week after, which is big.
Big.
So we're going down to, I believe we're going down to Edison. Look at that. They got tricky, don't they?
I mean, they're just so dynamic. Our guy, player of the week winner.
Player of the week right there with a 99-yard run right there.
So dynamic.
But see that little fake right there, went through the middle. Yeah.
Wow.
Definitely is going to be in the running for Offensive Player of the Year.
Yes, he has to be. You can
but,
say right now, Tim and Moret probably.
But Edison has finally been able to score some points, right? They really struggled in scoring, coming into the season. But we knew that the coaching staff over at Edison, was kind of developing a young quarterback,
right?
Trying to get them right.
You got weapons.
Definitely.
And we know Coach McGackey and company can score.
But here comes he comes again.
Elijah Lewis
gives himself the end zone touchdown.
Man, he's such a weapon. He's a big guy too. He's a low to tackle.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely a great playmaker down there in the national. 14-7 in the second. But but here he comes again.
Here he comes again.
Yeah. I mean, I'm curious what the Hayfield Mount Vernon game plan is going to be against him, right? I mean, because he's a kid you have to stop, right?
Well, I haven't seen a touchdown pass thrown yet.
Yeah.
In this game. I think you got to you play him, and you say, okay, Falls Church, anyone else is going to beat us.
Yeah.
Edison bombs away.
Oh, right there with about 24 seconds, trying to get themselves in a position to score.
They're developing that offense, so they really are.
Yeah. Down 28-7, but Edison cuts scored to a 2-score lead right here. Now this quarterback is a sophomore. Am I wrong?
I believe he's a sophomore. Yes, I think that's what Coach McGackey had told us. Look at that. I like that.
Yeah.
A little improvising there.
To his left. That's a tough play to make right there.
It is total improvising there. I mean, it's good stuff.
Yeah. But here he comes again.
He's unbelievable.
I mean, every time, right? We talked about that's why he's played week. Every time you look at the game, you're like, there he goes again.
He kept going to that game, and every time he lost or lose was just run down the field.
Yeah.
He probably was exhausted afterward.
Falls Church taking care of business like they needed to in the national. Got themselves a win.
Yeah, hopefully they got themselves some celebrity deli on the way home too. Big win.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Next up, in Patriot. Huge game. SoCo's one of the hottest teams in all of football right now.
Yeah.
And can they keep it up? We saw it was a night of kind of almost upsets. And Woodson, you can never count out a solid Woodson team. And but SoCo is too strong tonight. Too strong.
Well, they played Lake Bragg close to the half.
They did.
So we're gonna go to good old Woodson High right here. Early on, South County takes I believe they take an 8-0 lead. They go for 2, if I'm not mistaken, on this one, and take an 8-0 lead. South County got the ball back again. They were again another team, right?
They like that quarterback.
Yeah, they were a 2-point conversion away from beating West Springfield.
Yes, they were.
They're right there. But Woodson came back, and the South County defense is fast. I mean, the tip, touchdown, right here.
It was 23 or 22-0
with 5 minutes.
to go. That's
7 minutes in the game.
That's tough.
Yeah. But Woodson didn't quit.
They did not quit.
Yeah, run that good old double wing.
Tough runner.
Yeah, touchdown. Hands the ball back to the ref. So Woodson's able to get on the board and cut the lead to half. But that South County's offense is pretty dynamic.
It really is.
Yeah. And South County played some tight games, right? It was a tight game against them in Fairfax. They had to come all the way back. Multiple scores against Fairfax.
Look at this run here, Mesa. This is that Noah Hagopian.
Yeah.
And this guy is a burner. He had that kick return for 90 yards a few weeks ago. No one's catching that young man.
Yeah. And South County's not a slow team.
No, far from it.
Yeah.
That guy is only a sophomore.
Yeah, I think they're right. They cut it to roughly about 2-score lead, but South County just keeps on pouring it on, right? I mean, they scored a ton in the first half. They scored an absolute ton in the first half.
And I think that but Woodson, keeps on going here. I mean,
on a big 4th and 8, Braden West back to pass, nice little pass right there, and I believe that is Niedrich. Caught that football right there. Got themselves a first down to keep the drive.
This is the demoralizing one right here.
Yeah,
you're going into the half.
Right before the half,
regroup, and he just chucks it up to our guy, Travion Campbell. Boom.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna throw up to a guy, that's the guy you're gonna throw it up to, right?
Travion Luther Campbell right there with his touchdown.
Second half, I believe South County gets a couple more field goals after that. Not much else happens after that.
Yeah.
But, South County and Braddock coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, look, Woodson, kudos to Coach McBride and company for keeping the guys, to keep on fighting, keeping their heads up.
Yeah.
But the story is South County. They're back. Anyone who thought South County, post Coach Pannoni, was kind of just an afterthought, they were mistaken.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that South County Braddock game coming up is going to be a fun one.
Yeah, always is, right?
Always is.
Yeah.
All right, so we move on, and the last of our one of the last of our highlights, Mount Vernon Robo. I said this was a week for Mount Vernon to kind of say, "Hey, we've arrived. We're here. We're going nowhere."
Yeah, I think this is probably one of the more shocking results of the night, right?
Yeah,
Especially score wise, just because we know what Mount Vernon has.
right.
So we take ourselves to Burke, going down to Robinson. Robinson might be one of my favorite stadiums, honestly.
I like it.
Yeah.
So Mount Vernon with the punt.
Now, if you watch a punt, you know something's gonna happen.
Yes.
Right?
Great blocking.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a whole wall there.
Whoop.
Easy.
Yeah. Touchdown, Robinson.
Now, it's a rough way to start, but you can regroup, right? We know Mount Vernon has a dynamic offense, and they kind of. But Robinson gets it and goes right back down.
Yeah. Another score right there. The quarterback sneak. A lot of quarterback sneaks this week that where the kid runs in and then he just runs on the outside, right?
Yeah.
Robinson gets another touchdown, and honestly, the game was all Robinson the whole time.
All Robinson, all the way.
All Robinson, which was really surprising.
Shocking.
Yeah. I mean, 23-7 and with early on, and I think a little bit like you talked about with the South County game, right? Right before the half, you're down 2 scores. You can just kind of hold on to it. You think to yourself, okay, we'll regroup. We'll come out in the second half. We'll get a touchdown. But Robinson just keeps on pouring it on.
Unbelievable. People talked about, look at that. Look at the lefty.
Little lefty.
All the way down. Against Mount Vernon skill guys, these are legitimate studs.
Yeah. I mean, they've got a lot of talent there.
Yeah.
But the Patriot just continues to dominate the national.
Yes.
I mean, they have, so I'll count the Hayfield win, right? So they have one win over them in like the last 5 years.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, they have one win against the Patriot, which is, I mean, I'm curious if there's ever been a time where a district has dominated another district like that when in the same region.
Now, you have an asterisk. You're not counting the Hayfield last year.
I am counting Hayfield. I don't. Oh no, I'm counting Hayfield.
You're not, because they beat South County. They beat
Okay.
Springfield.
Yeah, so they have 2 wins. So okay, then that's 2 wins. That's
so you were counting one of those.
I forgot they played South County. So yes,
Okay.
that is 2 wins.
Now Mount Vernon, I mean, look at that though. That's your guy Joey Lee.
He was trying to go to Moret on that one.
Why wouldn't you? I'd go to Moret too.
But every team from here on out, right, is going to have a essentially a spotlight on him the whole time, right? You're going to be like, say, don't let that guy.
Yeah. Look, I'll tell you what. I mean, you're talking about that Robinson team. That looked like vintage Robinson.
Yeah.
Okay. We've said it for a while now, and people have talked to us and have asked us about what do you think about Robinson? What do you think about Robinson? And you and I have been the ones saying, don't sleep on Robinson. We've been
100%.
saying this for 2 months now. Nobody wanted to listen. I hope you're listening now. Don't sleep on Robinson.
Hear me now, believe me later.
They will be a nightmare for teams down the stretch that are trying to make the playoffs.
Yes.
And matter of fact, that win, I haven't seen the top secret.
Actually, I think they were only 2 spots below Mount Vernon.
Yeah, I think they might be in the playoffs now when that next one comes out.
And Mount Vernon right now may be out. Now they have against Falls Church coming up. That'll probably springboard them back in. But right now, if the playoffs starts today, Mount Vernon would be out. And
I think Robo might be in. We'll see when the double secret probation list comes out, because no one
when they have Mr. Beeks meeting the
yes,
meeting the why can't I think the brothers in Trading Places?
Mortimer
Duke and Duke. What do you mean the Duke brothers in the
yes,
the parking garage?
And he's handcuffed to the suitcase.
Yes.
Look, we said it as my an old college old college roommate, right? Remember I was at Caddyshack, Mitch Cumstein, my old college roommate.
Yes.
Look, my old college roommate, Coach Blair. I'll tell you what, he's got his guys. He's got his guys playing. Sean Blair has his guys believing, and fighting hard. Easily could have hung their heads. Tough beginning of the season. Yeah. But they're playing their best football right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And they were playing good football throughout it, right? I mean, it was all these tight scores early on, and
So kudos to Robinson Rams and the big win. I mean, I would have said upset. Mount Vernon was making. Did Mount Vernon make? I think they were on their top 10 list last week.
Yeah.
So
we do have one more set of highlights.
We do. So that kind of ends the Publix. and we're going to jump into a game that we did show, and we will be showing the rest of the way each week as they make their national climb. St. James Academy against the First Academy.
Yeah. It's right here. Look at that hit right there from.
Look at that! Look at Lux looking like a young Lyle Alzado hitting that guy.
I mean, they played defense all night, did they? They played defense all night. Now
They did.
Now they were down. I believe it's 25. It's in the second half.
Unbelievable.
St. James was, and I think this is a touchdown that ends up.
So they're down. They're down 6 right now.
They're down. No, they're down 5. They're down 5.
Look
The
at
big
this.
touchdown pass. Now, do we know who caught that pass?
Number 10.
Yes.
I thought in the moment that it was one of the Thompson twins. I don't know.
Yeah. But big comeback win against Quad. Now they are now ranked 57th according to Max Preps. Is my understanding. They have jumped now into the top 100. They have the game next week against that one team. I can't remember who it was. Not varsity opponent. They have a name. But then they have the big matchup in 2 weeks with.
All they got to do is they get through this game this coming week.
Yeah.
And I forget who's against. But if they get through this game, this coming game this week, St. James will be playing, who's now ranked 50th in the nation. St. James is now ranked 50th in the nation.
Yeah.
They're ranked number 1 in the entire state of Virginia. These guys are the real deal.
Yeah. Yeah. They're probably going to get through the game this week. And I mean, I can't imagine them not getting through the game this week. And then play St. Francis, who is ranked number 2 right now.
It is such a. When's the last time Virginia, state of Virginia, has had a game where the number 2 ranked team in the nation plays the number 50th ranked team when it could be less than 50?
Well, they'll probably jump up from 50 is my guess. Although I don't know if they'll get dinged because I'm not sure how USA does it. I don't know if they'll get dinged by the Max Prep ratings by playing someone who is ranked 11,000. I don't know how that'll work. I don't know how the algorithm works. It's the same algorithm where they're trying to figure out region C's.
Right.
But a huge game, right? And like I said before, they're gonna win this week. They're gonna win this week, and if they win next week, they have a real shot of being the USA top 25, USA Today top 25, which is the one, right?
The gold standard.
There are other. It's like remember back when college football used to always have 1,000 top 25 polls.
Right.
There were 2. There was the coaches. There was the AP.
Right.
And yeah, it'll be a huge matchup. Now I keep on hearing that game is going to be at University of Maryland.
That's what I heard. University of Maryland
is what I heard.
And I know our guys, Dark Visors and Levels, Brent Andrew. They want to go to that game. I know they're talking to Dio about going there. We'll have that game. We'll be right.
Is it going to be on Friday or? Is it going to be a Friday or is it going to be a Saturday? I'm curious.
I would imagine it'd be a Friday if it's at University of Maryland.
Not if Maryland is not home. Not if they're not home on that weekend.
That's true. So I guess it could be without looking at it. No, that game I thought was on Halloween night, isn't it? Listen, it's the 31st game, which is a Friday.
No.
Maybe I'm wrong.
No, I think they're skipping a week. I think actually, you know what? Let me see if I can look this up right here for us.
Yeah, look it up. I mean, whether it's Friday, whether it's Saturday, what a big game. Huge national implication.
100%.
Implications. And not only that, it's actually implications of what happens going forward next year.
It is on Saturday.
Saturday game.
11-1. All Saints Day. All Saints Day. St. James playing on All Saints Day.
Yeah.
Shout out to my Catholics.
Dia de los Muertos. Right?
It is also that. Yes. Shout out to our Mexican viewers.
Yeah. I mean, I saw a Quick Change. You ever see Quick Change with Bill Murray?
I have not seen it.
Dia de los Muertos. Look, it's a big one. So, like I said, I can't think of another time. It hasn't happened that there was a game with these kind of implications.
Well, the one team that won the national championship like in the 90s, right? Down south. So remember someone told us about that? Down south, the one team that they won back-to-back national championships or they were.
Yeah. But in terms of
2 nationally ranked teams going at it.
2 teams.
Yeah.
I mean, that, and then both in the DMV.
Yeah.
I mean, teams that are probably within an hour of each other. That's crazy. That's wild.
Yeah. we always give shout outs to the coaches to be able to rally back from 25 from a team that obviously is pretty good. I mean, it says a lot about that coaching staff out there.
Oh, it definitely does. Shout out to Do.
Yeah.
We know the guy knows offense. Shout out to Jeff Overton. Second half. I mean, he went and drew up something on the whiteboard, right?
Yeah.
Because they shut him down in the second half.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
Huge win going down to Florida.
Yes. So I mean, and that team had Alabama commits at receiver.
Yeah.
That
We went down the list, right? We talked about all the D1 guys they had. So, it's going to be exciting these next 2 weeks.
It's getting fun. I mean, things in Nova are starting to kind of cook up a little bit here. Things are starting to get hot, and whether it's the St. James and that those national implications, whether it's Concord getting crazy, Prince William's getting crazy with their standings.
Yeah,
things are really starting to heat up.
Yeah,
these last couple of weeks, and you and I got to figure out where we're going to go.
Yeah, where
will we be come week 11? Yeah. All right, buddy. One more shout out. We get into it. Since we're talking about the St. James Academy. All offseason was kind of St. James and then Loudoun County Academy, right? Loudoun Sports Academy.
Loudoun Sports Academy, yeah.
LSA. And they also had a big win over PVI.
Oh, yeah.
PVI.
Yeah. PVI, who won their version of a region, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's a big win. So shout out to Walrath, a quarterback, our guy
Coach Woods.
Obi Woods, right? So kudos to them, man. They're rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, we get to the best of the rest. We had a lot of games to go over, so we'll quickly kind of do that. Annandale and Hayfield. Hayfield with the win, but Annandale was game.
Yeah. Good fight by Annandale. Hayfield trying to make sure. Well, we don't know, right? They may be just playing the string right now if that holds. But Annandale trying to find a way to get that play right. The two teams being eliminated, potentially Annandale trying to find a way there into the playoffs.
Right. A game that was not on the network, our network. It was on a different network. Herndon and W&L. We talked about it earlier with Flint Steining having a big day at quarterback for W&L.
Yeah.
Herndon fought tough. They fought tough.
Herndon did fight tough, but it seems like those games always are nip and tuck. But W&L was able to pull away late in the game.
Right. Moving on, we go to McLean and Marshall. 2-point win for McLean. Tough game there.
Yeah, McLean trying to find a way to get one of those playoff spots, right?
Yeah. I mean, McLean, Aiden Reed, the big tight end.
Yeah.
Right? Tough game. And that game was every way you said it earlier. Liberty is elimination every game going forward.
Next week in particular, there's some teams that may be out.
Right. All right. Moving on. Justice and Lewis. So Justice Lewis, and funny enough, you and I said last week, we were wrong about the game. We thought that when we were previewing this game, we thought there was a game that they had played a couple years ago that was a 2-0 final.
Yeah.
I got the correction on that. We were wrong. We were close. It was national. Falls Church beat Justice 2-0 in 23. But the irony of it all, what was the final score of this one?
Justice hit a 2-run homer in the bottom of the third to win 2-0. No, Lewis beat Justice.
Oh, sorry. So Lewis hits a 2-run shot.
You don't see a lot of those games.
No, but that's been 2 in national in the last 2 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow, 2-0. So congrats to Coach Choates.
Yeah.
Had the defense humming.
Yeah, the defense humming. A defensive score wins the game.
Wow. So congrats to them. Low scoring game. Take the under. Take the under.
Take it way under.
Way under. And then Yorktown Wakefield. Yorktown winning big.
Yeah, Yorktown getting back on the winning streak after that loss to not Centerville. Was it Centerville they lost to? No, it was
South Lakes. No. It wasn't South Lakes.
Was Centerville?
They had
West Springfield.
West Springfield. That's right.
West Springfield, right. With the loss there, but
yeah,
but they continue to win on. They're still in the driver's seat right now.
Right.
Still in the driver's seat for a not national. Well, I can't think of league. Liberty.
Yeah, they are still in the driver's. So yeah, I mean, again, there's still a couple weeks left. Wakefield probably not in a great spot. Marshall probably not in a great spot right now as we kind of start to again shape up these conferences and see who's in and who's not. Now that doesn't mean some crazy scenario like we've talked about can't happen.
Right.
And these teams can get in. It could happen. All right, buddy. Well, buddy, it was a great week, but there are some things to talk about after a great week. And we're going to get into it right now with everybody's favorite segment, sometimes the most controversial segment that there is that we do. Next to probably our predictions, which is also pretty controversial, apparently. We now go to our Nova Top 10 Power Rankings, the most prestigious and elite power rankings. I've seen them all. I've seen the Washington Post Power Rankings. I've seen NSMT's. I've seen Carl Frederick's. I've seen USA Today's Top 25. I'm not too high on that one either, buddy. I've seen them all. Nothing compares to this. Who was that? Nothing compares to, who was that?
Nate O'Connor.
Nate O'Connor. Nothing compares to this.
Written by Prince.
Hey, look at that. That's a good little factoid there. Well, as always, our top 10 power rankings are brought to you by the law offices of David Marks. Their team is ready to stand by your side and fight for the justice you deserve. When you hire David Marks Law, you're hiring a team that believes in winning. Contact them today at davidmarkslaw.com. Tell them Dash and Dan sent you. Here we are, buddy. The list begins now. Get your invitations ready. But before we do that, who's not getting an invite to your party, Mason?
So on the outside looking in no particular order. Just they're the group. They're standing outside, warming their hands on the trash can. Right, they're trying to get their hands warm on the trash can, fire going. I've got Fairfax, Madison, Falls Church, South Lakes.
I mean, yeah, for a good reason. Some of them I disagree with you on. Some for good reason. I'll give you my outside looking in. Patriot. Wait till I get started here. Battlefield. South Lakes. South Lakes is on its way up. Garfield on its way up, and Colgan on its way up.
Oh, you got. Last week I had a lot of people outside my door. This time you have a lot of people outside.
Yeah, Patriot and Battlefield got kicked out of the party. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you why. Battlefield's coming off the one loss, obviously, and they're coming off the almost loss to Gainesville, who no one has Gainesville in their top 10. Obviously. Patriot, you had the big win. That's what they were as high as 5 last week. I dropped them off my board completely. And I'm going to get a lot of, and there's going to be people on that Facebook page, I'm pretty sure they're not going to be happy about this. And I don't care because you can't show up to a game against Osborne Park Osborne, and Mel's got him fighting hard at Osborne. But you want to be a top team in Nova, and you get lucky in a game against a team that you should win by a lot? No. We're not playing that game here. Not here.
Did you get thrown out of a bar in Prince William? Is that what happened when you were younger? Is that what that is?
Actually, on
contrary, I've been thrown out of better bars than this.
On contrary, you're going to find out that I got some Prince William teams on here, buddy. Just not those Prince William teams. All right, here we go. Top 10 list, the best in the business, starts right now. At 10, I've got W&L. They're back.
At 10, I got Garfield.
All right. I like Garfield. They're on their way up. At 9, I feel like it's been forever since I've seen him play. Cole Sandberg and Langley.
At 9, I got Battlefield.
Okay. See, so you're close to. They struggle again. They might be off your list at 9. At 8, I've got Fairfax. They're starting to groove a little bit.
At 8, I got W&L.
Okay, so we're on the right track there. At 7, I've got Coach Coogan, Celebrity Deli Sandwiches. Let's go. Falls Church.
At 7, I got South County.
Well, I like them better than you. At 6, I've got Travion Campbell in South County.
At 6, I got Patriot.
All right. Patriot, huh? Okay. Top 5. Here we go. Okay. Separates the men from the boys here, buddy. At 5, they had a bye week. We can't forget about them. You got Booby Wickham. You got Scotty Lewis. You got Anthony Bello, Coach Parker's and company. West Springfield.
I also have West Springfield at 5. I'm curious if we're going to match.
Oh, man.
I'm curious if we're going to match the way through.
We might. At 4, we had our guy Simpson. Jermaine Webster. Not Simpson. Jermaine Webster. We've got Scotty Flamer. We've got Malachi Lee. I've got 4 Westfield.
4 I have Westfield.
Wow. Well, man, we're gonna do great minds.
We're gonna match. I am positive we're gonna. Actually, no, I take that back. Maybe not.
At 3.
At 3, this is gonna be the telling thing.
This is it. The aforementioned Jordan Simpson at 3 with our guy Will Shields and Stover. Let's go right now, Centerville.
At 3, I got Centerville.
Wow. And we did not
talk about this.
This is amazing.
I think this may be the first time.
At 2.
We always wanted 2 last year. We matched a lot. So
we did match.
Yeah.
2, they had a huge win this week. We didn't cover it. We didn't talk about it actually. They beat Freedom. So I mean, it's like 70-0 or 60-0. Woodbridge.
At 2, I got Woodbridge.
I got Woodbridge. By the way, the quarterback for Woodbridge had 7 touchdowns, like by halftime. But I mean, poor Freedom.
It's like playing Madden on rookie mode. You keep on running that streak down the field, and you just keep on throwing it up.
Yeah. It's not right. It's not the right weight class.
BHSL, if you're listening, move Freedom Woodbridge down.
Yes.
To like 3.
3, yeah. Let them play.
Give those kids a shot, man.
Right.
Come on.
It's not right. All right. So Woodbridge at 2, we both agreed, which means at number 1, your Lake Braddock Bruins.
Yeah, number 1, I got Lake Braddock.
You and I matched 5.
5. I don't think that's ever happened before.
Great minds. That's why.
I don't think that's ever happened before. But our bottom 5 is completely different.
Yeah, it is completely different.
Yeah.
I was a little bit sour on a couple of Prince William teams there. But I love Prince William.
Do you?
They have
the cookout. Say it.
They have cookout. They have Roy's. There might even be is there a
now you and I talked about
Cracker Barrel. There might be a Cracker Barrel out there.
You and I talked about something that you said you want to check out with your wife being of Puerto Rican descent. Is they supposedly have a like food truck Puerto Rican place, like not place, but like a food truck outside of like there's like a gas station. I think I drove by it the other day.
That sounds good to me.
That has like authentic Puerto Rican food, and I know you're big on. I know in your house.
I love it. I love it. If it's Cuban or Puerto Rican food, I love it all day long.
Yeah.
I also like Cracker Barrel, and I think there's a Cracker Barrel out that way.
There is a Cracker Barrel.
Look at that. I love Prince William food.
Yeah, just don't like their schools.
I do. I had Woodbridge at 2.
Yeah.
And
got Battlefield and Patriot out of your top 10, and they both won.
They struggled to win. This is the most respected power rankings in all of Virginia. I don't just give away willy-nilly picks here. You got to earn it the hard way. All right, buddy. Look at that. Now, sneak peek. Is there a game that you've looked at for next week?
Come on. There's one game. It's Hogan Andre Giant at the freaking at the Silverdome. It is for the Attitude Era. It's Stone Cold and The Rock. Right?
Where's that game?
Oh, where is that game? I don't know.
I mean, we know it's at Center. It's in Centerville. It's in Centerville because isn't technically Westfield. I guess it's kind of in Centerville, right? I don't even know what town.
The Battle of Dulles Expo. They could have
or the Battle of Backyard Grill.
Backyard Grill.
Winner goes to Backyard Grill.
Yeah.
Is Coach Shields going or is Coach Voss going to Backyard Grill? We're gonna find out. So that's all we'll say about that one.
I mean, they're not watching the show, right? They're currently face deep in trouble right now, right?
Yeah. They're not Lane Kiffin going on social media and doing dumb stuff before games, and then you lose. Come on.
Blown lead too, right? Blown lead to Georgia.
Come on, Kiffin. Yeah, what are you doing, buddy? Great week, fun episode. Let's do it again next week.
Yeah.
Let's do it all over again next week.
We're only gonna do this 3 more times.
A couple more times, and then we get.
We'll do more 3 for the regular season, right?
Right, and then the show shortens. A lot less games.
It's way shorter.
A lot less games.
16 to 8 to 4 to
right. And then you got to bundle up, put on a sweater.
Yeah.
Right. All righty. Well, from Dan and Dash, all Hitches. We'll see you guys next time.
See you.
And it's the All Hitches Show, Dash and Dan on the mic. Let the Nova Tales flow from the booth to the